What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Johnny the Love Doctor. I'm back. Before I get started today, I just really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to those people who hit me up on Facebook on a daily basis, who follow me on Twitter, who just really have been keeping track with me. It's really exciting because I'm just an everyday person just like you. And a lot of people ask, where did Johnny the Love Doctor concept come from? Why are you calling yourself the Love Doctor? What makes you an expert? Let me clear up some things before we get into today's segment. By no means do I claim to be anyone's expert. Really, what I'm doing, this is my way of giving back, so to speak. There are some men out there, young brothers who, want to be better and want to do better in their relationships and just really don't know how. And there haven't been a lot of positive male examples of being in a relationship and being excited about it. Unfortunately, fellas, we have a bad rap. And we can't really necessarily change everyone else's views, but we can start with ourselves. One thing that I always say is that I'm trying to fix these relationships between men and women one heartbeat at a time. And so this is my way of giving back. The whole Love Doctor thing started with me and a couple of my friends. They were talking to me about how is it, because they used to run with me a few years ago when I wasn't the Johnny that you see today. And they wonder, how is it that I could become this one woman man? And we're kind of going to get into that today in terms of, every man has to come to a point where the rubber meets the road. You have to decide if you're going to take the road that everybody else is take, or are you going to take the road less traveled by? And I ultimately decided that if I wanted to reach the level of happiness that I knew was attainable, if I wanted to reach the level of success and really feel at peace with what was going on and my point and in my journey throughout this thing called life, I could no longer be the Johnny that I was. I could no longer live the life that I was living and still hope to be blessed the way that I was looking to be blessed. So now that I have been blessed with someone who is willing to grow with me and walk through this journey together with me, I feel like sky's the limit. And that's the thing that I kind of want to talk to you guys about today. If you think that you're going to reach the level that you want to reach and be blessed the way you want to be blessed and still do some of the things that you used to do, you're not going to be able to do it and be successful in a relationship. If you are going to be in a relationship with a person, you have to be willing to change. A lot of times the first thing out of people's mouth is, oh, that person was trying to change me and this and that. Well, maybe that person wasn't trying to change you. That person was trying to make you understand that you need to change. Again, a lot of us are resistant to change. A lot of us feel like that's a negative thing. But again, if you're going to enter into a relationship with a person with a different personality, a different background, a different history of things that they may have gone through before they got to you, then you have to be willing to change. You have to be open to new things, open to different ideas, different viewpoints, different opinions, because that's what a relationship is about. One thing that's constant in this life, there are two things that are for certain. Death is for certain and change is for certain. So if you're afraid of both of those, you're going to have a hard way to go. A lot of women say that they continue to meet the same type of guy and this and that. Well, really, it's because you're putting out the same product to attract those kind of men. You have to start looking at yourself. If you've been in multiple relationships, fellas and ladies, if you've been in multiple relationships, the common denominator is you. So when you're willing to look at yourself and start with yourself first, then I guarantee that you will yield better results. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys today about. Today, if you follow me on Facebook, then you know the topic of the day was a question that we received in the Love Doctor box. And if you guys want to hit me up with questions, or you want my advice, or you want to tell me about something that's going on in your relationship and you want to just discuss it in general, I have a new email address. I officially own the rights to johnnythelovedoctor.com, so the website will be coming soon, so stay tuned. So if you want to email me now, email me at johnny@johnnythelovedoctor.com. Again, that's Johnny, Johnny, at johnnythelovedoctor.com. Send your question, send whatever you want to send, and we'll discuss it and we'll hit you back and we'll have some fun with it. And again, try to fix these relationships one heartbeat at a time. But if you followed us today on Facebook and on Twitter, what was posed, the question that was posed is there really a such thing as finding the one. We use that term a lot when you hear people say it all the time. I'm looking for the one. I haven't found the person that is for me. I'm looking for Mr. Right. I'm looking for Miss Right. Does that person truly exist? Is there a person on this earth that was made just for you? And someone asked me, what did I think about that? And my response was, and I'll be honest, do I feel like there was a person that was made just for me? I guess if I'm being honest, the answer to that question is no. But what I will say is that I feel like a person becomes the one for you. And for everyone who follows me and is watching this clip right now, I believe we're family. So I'll use myself as an example. And what I mean by a person can become the one for you is that, even though I'm engaged now and we'll be getting married shortly, I've met a lot of great women in my life. I've dated a lot of great women in my life before I got to wifey. But again, if I'm being honest, I wasn't willing to become the person they may have needed me to be at that time, or maybe they weren't willing to become the person they needed to become for me to feel like they were the one for me. So now that I have grown individually as a person and been blessed to have met someone who was willing to grow with me and walk through this journey with me and build and grow together, we have become the ones, if you will, for each other. And I believe that's what honestly happens. You become the one for someone. They don't just start out that way. I believe that over time and you build and you get on the same page with a person that they become the one for you, because that's really what this relationship thing is all about. I talk all the time, and I say that timing is everything in a relationship, but I think about it even more. Relationships, period, are everything. The relationships that we have with one another mean everything. And I say this again, there's no bigger risk than the risk that you take by being in a relationship. Vegas doesn't have any odds that can match the risk that you take by being in a relationship. There's no way that you can pick up a crystal ball and know that you're going to work out with this particular person. You just have to pray to God and hope that you got it right and that you can find someone to have longevity with, fall in love, and reach that level of happiness that all of us are shooting to obtain. So again, don't give up on love, don't give up on yourself, but you have to be willing to start with yourself in order to accomplish that journey that you want to reach. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every day with the Facebook hits and the Twitter post and everything that's going on. I've got a lot of exciting things coming up in 2011. For those of you who know, I'll say it again, I'm getting married in a few months. We're 3 months away from the big day. So yes, ladies, it is true. There are men out there who are actually excited about getting married. I cannot wait to say I do, and I cannot wait to become her husband. I've got another book that I'll be doing in 2011. For those of you who are familiar with my buddy Stan Pearson, we've got a lot of things coming up with the love letter movement. A lot of you guys have asked about that, so we'll be doing some things as regards to the love letter movement, bringing that back to effect. So stay tuned in with me. I mean, I have a really excited about a lot of things that are coming up, and I want you guys to be a part of it, and I want you guys to be walking on that journey along with me, because again, the more you tune in and the more you follow me and the more you hit me up, the better these things become. And again, we all can work together in making the relationships between men and women a whole lot better than what we see out here today. So as I always say before I get out of here, the more you love, the better you live. We'll see you next time. This is Johnny the Love Doctor. I'm out.